I'll start it up here. Thanks everybody for showing up. This is going to be our second AMA with Reno here. Excited to have these guys on to talk about their NFTs and real estate. Obviously, some hard assets kind of tie into a little bit of what we're doing at Collective. So, yeah, I'm excited to hear what you got, and I'll kick it over to you, Artem.
All right. Well, I'm Artem. I'm co-founder of Real Estate NFT Official and AKA RENO. We're investing into real estate and giving payouts to our holders based on that. Plus, we have some blockchain investments. Plus, we're building out net of partnerships. And I guess we're gonna get into all of that as we go along in this AMA. We're minting on the 5th of March, so mint is soon. And I think it's your kind of last chance of getting on the whitelist and participating in our raffle giveaway of free mints. So, stay tuned, check us out while you're listening to the AMA, because I'm not sure, but maybe the raffle timing, there is not much time left for you guys.
Nice, that's awesome. And what blockchain are you guys going on?
We're going on the Ethereum mainnet. I believe in Ethereum. I love Ethereum. It has its issues, but it's Ethereum. It's not going anywhere, and we're not really that based around the actual building something out just yet. Something more than just minting taking place. So we decided to go with Ethereum, but we are looking at potentially maybe going multi-chain and stuff. But that is to come later and to be decided by the holders. So that's what they'd be interested in.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's actually smart to, especially for like NFT projects, it's a little bit harder to gain, I guess, a lot of traction unless you're on like maybe Solana or something like that. There are lots of degen NFT heads over there, but I do agree that I think Ethereum's kind of the place that you should go for this type of stuff because there are a lot of bigger players on Ethereum, and it is a very good chain, obviously just really expensive for some, but yeah, I agree. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and with Solana, I mean, I kind of like Solana, but I don't know. I don't have my gut feeling is not letting me go, fully on Solana and really build something on Solana. Something like this project is first project for me, so I want to really take care of it well. I had the same feeling about FTX before the whole thing unrolled. Some people were telling me to go to FTX. They have this features, and my gut feeling literally was like, no, I just stick to like Gate.io and Binance, and Gate.io for most is rubbish, but for me, it worked. So I'm on Gate.io, sometimes on Binance, but less. And FTX, yeah, that kind of my gut feeling saved me from losing a bunch of money. Unlike for some people.
Yeah, hey man, Gate.io might not be the best, but at least you got all your money still. That's the big difference.
Yeah, like it does the job. It does the job. So that's the most
Yeah.
important thing about it.
Yeah, I agree. I actually use Binance pretty heavily because I'm up in Western Canada, so I don't have any of the crappier laws that Eastern Canadians have. Like in some parts of Canada, you actually can't use Binance, but where I am, I can luckily. So
Hmm.
that's what I mainly use.
Fair enough. That's good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's good. I think Solana is a lot more of like a degen type play and everything. So what you guys are building seems a lot more hard and really has something behind it. So it definitely does make sense to go on Ethereum. I like that. Um, so you said you got your raffle going on for 3 free mints. It's a tongue twister right there. But what day
Yeah.
is the mint date?
So the mint is on the 5th of March, and we're minting at 12 p.m. EST. I actually got this wrong originally when I made an announcement because it used to be 10 a.m. and then we moved it by 2 hours to make it better for the US market. And I was thinking if we were at 2 a.m., we moved by 2 hours, we're at 12 a.m. And then some people thought it was midnight. So just
Yeah.
clarifying, it's midday on the 5th of March on Ethereum mainnet. Get in. You can get whitelisted easily. It's an application like for a Google form. You just put your info in, apply, and 99% of chances you will make it on the whitelist. Where the only people we're not putting on the whitelist is like crappy written down Ethereum wallets. Really, that's the only reason you may not get it. Yeah, I think someone put in like email for their wallet, and some people just put like a website for their wallet. So Yeah, just make sure you put your wallet down and you will get in, guys. It's so simple as that.
Yeah, guys, super simple. Just make sure you follow the instructions. That's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
yeah.
So what's the mint price you're going for, and what's the whitelist price?
Yeah, so whitelist price is $500 and public mint price is $600. And obviously there's a few free mints going around, free giveaways and stuff. Our collection size is actually 4,115 NFTs. 4,000 of those are going to be sold rather on the whitelist or on the public. And then the 115, those are free mints. I think about 25% of those are already given to people, so there are people on the free mint list who are going to be minting. A few people who will get an airdrop because there's another giveaway we did where we gave out a free mint but in a form of an airdrop, so they'll be receiving that. And then we're holding back about 75, maybe it was 70. I'm not exactly on the percentages, but it's about that. We're holding behind. We're minting it using our own wallet, and it's really going to be used for collaborations and things like this. So when we're going to be collabing with something, doing some more promo where we give out like a free NFT and stuff, and until that takes place, it will just stay in the community treasury to benefit people. Well, it won't really benefit until we get to the payout stage, which I will get into a bit later. But yeah, we're holding some back for like promos and shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that's definitely always a good idea, especially like utilizing your NFTs, especially with partnerships, giveaways, things like that. It's actually really smart to always keep some just in handy as like the treasury or something like that for the community. Yeah, definitely. Is there a reason why you went with specifically the number that you did, 4,100? Was it 4,125 or 150?
4,115.
Oh,
That was
okay,
the
okay.
exact number. Yeah, I wouldn't say there is a particular one, but well, I like the number. That was one of the reasons when I was thinking at the amount. I don't know why 4,115. It kind of rang a bell in my head. I think someone did similar thing beforehand with this exact amount of supply, and I think I was participating in it because it was
Cool.
a while back probably. But I kind of rang a bell, and I was like, well, okay, I guess we're gonna go for that option. And we also based off the price, for those NFTs, 4,000 NFTs is going to be minted because we have a plan to raise $2 million overall,
Yeah,
and 4,000 with the price we decided to set on it. We didn't want to go lower on the price because, well, firstly, it wouldn't make as much sense to get one of it because the potential reward you will get in the long run, it's good, but it's not like we're planning to give an ROI based on the off initial investment. So
yeah.
there wasn't any like good logic, to do lower price. So we, reached this price tag and decided to stick with it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's reasonable. I think it's a good entry price too, around four, or I mean, 500 to 600 bucks. That's pretty solid and definitely doable for a lot of people, especially on Ethereum. So yeah, I agree. Um, I guess let's dive into sorry, let's dive into it a bit and get into more some details here. I guess talk a little bit about yourself, your background, and what made you want to do Reno.
Absolutely. Well, my background is not very interesting in compared to most people who developing a project, but it is something. So I've been in the NFT and crypto space for 4 years now, and I also have experience in e-com. I was running a dropshipping business with my mates, and generally doing stuff online, like selling accounts and things like this. And then when I discovered Web3, I went fully for it. I was doing trading. I was also doing stocks beforehand. And when I
Yep.
discovered Web3, I also went into crypto trading, flipping NFTs, buying NFTs, holding NFTs, and then reselling them sometimes for a lower price because that was some of us do sometimes. When I got into the Web3 space, I lost a bunch of money, as everyone do. I invested into everything, and it kind of collapsed on me. And from that point, I realized that Web3 needs something conservative, where everyone can understand where the money is coming from, and there is no vocabulary like there's going to be a liquidity pool that does this and then transfers it there and then it's minted there and stuff like that, which you could understand when you really do a deep dive into it, but then for an average user, that's very hard to understand and get around your head around. So I decided to go for something conservative and everyone would understand. And as time went on, I was kind of consolidating it in my head. What should I go for? Eventually, I realized that real estate is a very good option for this. I myself own real estate, and my co-founder, which I'll get into, it, is an architect and stuff like that. So I'll mention that in a bit. And for about a year ago, I called up my co-founder, and by then I kind of really consolidated everything in my head. I was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do. Blah 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 blah. Call him up, tell him, yo, this is the idea I have. We're gonna do it on Ethereum. Blah blah blah. Let's set it up. Let's research the market, do the due diligence, and then we can launch. And called him up, did all of this. We started doing due diligence, looking at different markets and identified North Cyprus to be the best option for us. And I'm here, I'm currently here now. One of the reasons being that in the past 2 years, the price for properties rose by 80%, so 40% yearly. And it's absolutely amazing in my opinion. So, and we are expecting, this trend to kind of still taking place because a lot of construction taking place here and it's really developing. I think about 2 years ago, that's when the most money started pumping into here, and constructions are just all over the place. I've been at few units around here, and it's looking very promising from what I can see here. And then for my co-founder, he's an architect. He's just doing his last year at the university in the UK. And once that's over, he'll come over here to me in North Cyprus, and we'll be kicking off the project even more. Both of us are from Russia, but we moved to the UK when we were about 11, both of us. And I am a British citizen. My co-founder is not, but he's also lived in the UK for as long as I did. And that's one of the reasons also why we went to North Cyprus, because there are some issues with Russians running business in Europe and America and places like this currently due to the whole political situation. So North Cyprus was the best option for us, where we could actually operate and then not put our holders at risk due to our origin and stuff like that. So this is why North Cyprus became, the best option for us. And we're here now. And yeah, this is all about me and my co-founder. We're a two-man team as well. So not many people, to uh, kind of be looking out for. It's just two of us. We show our faces, our names, and fully transparent and doxed as well, which is important.
Yeah, nice. That's always good to know. It's also funny at the beginning you're like, "Ah, not don't have the most crazy background." I agree with that too. I don't have the same background as some of the other guys on my team here. They have like some more real life business world experience and all that. I sadly don't, but more of just like the DeFi, and have been a DeFi for a long time, so I definitely feel that. 100% doable. So was there an exact reason why you chose North Cyprus?
So yeah, as I mentioned briefly, one of the reasons it's one of the fastest growing property markets at the given
Ah,
moment in time. Yeah, like it grows by 40% annually for the past 2 years. And there's increase in tourism, increase of people coming here, especially Russians as well, who are trying to escape this whole political situation. They're coming here, and this place is really underdeveloped at the moment, which gives it very good potential to grow over time. Because if you look at South Cyprus, and we're in the north now, here I'm going to give you a quick historical lesson for those who don't know. When people refer to Cyprus, they refer to the south side. But Cyprus is really one island, but it's divided into the south side and the north side. Back in the day, it was Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots who inhabited the island. And then as time went on, the Greek Cypriots started gaining political power, and the racist party, really nationalistic party, I might say, took control of the island and started a war against the Turkish Cypriots. And once that started, Turkey itself realized that this is our people, we need to help them. They swam across, deployed their troops. The war kicked off, took place, for a few weeks or so, and then United Nations came in, and the whole thing was resolved. And as a result of it, the island is now divided into two separate entities: the South Cyprus and the North Cyprus. North Cyprus is only recognized by Turkey. This is, for some people, maybe a risk. for me personally, I don't find it as a problem because trade still takes place. There are people from all over the world here, but we do warn our people about this issue. So we're really transparent about all the possible risks we have with this project, and the fact that it's not recognized by any other country as a separate country. By Turkey only, it's recognized. That could be an issue for some people. And other reason, obviously, as I mentioned, I'm from Russia, so is my co-founder, and there was a whole issue with anti-Russian kind of agenda, mainly in Europe. We didn't want to open a business there and operate because we felt it would potentially put our holders at risk because, we could be in trouble there. Because from what my family, for example, experienced back in the UK, some of our bank accounts and investment accounts were closed, and the firms we've been working at with said to withdraw your funds in the next 30 days, otherwise they'll be frozen and stuff like that. So we didn't want to put ourselves and our holders at risk of this happening. So we decided to choose a market where it's not influenced by the whole Europe and US's major banks and financial systems.
Okay, yeah, that was a crazy history lesson right there. That's very interesting. Um, yeah, I didn't actually know about that. I was just looking it up on the map to kind of check it out a little bit, but that's really interesting. I think that's very cool, and that's very neat history lesson, especially for some of us out in the Westerners in America. That's not something I ever knew, so very cool. Um, awesome. Is there anything else that you
Yeah,
got for you guys or Cyprus or kind of the
yeah,
land you're
sure.
looking at?
Yeah, sure. Before we dive into the actual project and its setup and the minor details regarding Cyprus, and also an interesting thing to look at when you potentially thinking of where is the potential North Cyprus apart from the history of it and the development taking place now. If you look at the south side, the prices for the properties there, and then on the north side, some of the properties in the same kind of regions, the same kind of quality and size properties could be 10 times more expensive in the south side than in the north side, while it being the same island, the same nature, the same everything really, apart obviously from it being different countries and one being officially recognized. But that really shows the potential where it could reach at one point once it really, begins to speed up its development like it's doing now. So this is the opportunity why we think it's an amazing opportunity for us and for our holders to get in here, get the properties, and then just see how it goes. And obviously, I believe it will go extraordinarily well. And we are also doing some blockchain investments and stuff like this, which I'll get into in a bit.
Nice. That sounds awesome. Yeah, no, 100%. That's really cool. You guys sound pretty well thought out here. Do you have any, I guess, like places that you're looking at to acquire properties, and what kind of properties? Would it be like houses? Would it be apartments? Would it be Airbnbs, that type of thing?
Mhm. We're mainly looking at the long-term rentals regarding, the kind of rental that we're going to be giving out. The main reason is we're looking for conservatives. We are a conservative project that's looking for safety for its holders and stuff like that. And with Airbnb, while it can provide better returns, there is a higher potential of, something going wrong with it in terms of it not being booked out as much, or our guests could do something to the building potentially, or they might throw a party and then the police is called, the police arrives, and the whole dispute starts because Airbnb here may not be as recognized in the other places and stuff like this. So we didn't really want to get into it. We are planning to have one property allocated for Airbnb to start off with, just to kind of test out the ground, see the returns on it, and see how it does. Because I've
Hmm.
spoke to some Airbnb owners here, they seem to be happy with it, but then some people here are, concerned about it and things like this. So
Right.
I will just try it out with one property to start off with, and then we'll see how that do, and eventually we might allocate more properties towards Airbnb. But as of now, it's long term. We're looking at mid-range properties. It will be a two flat flats here. This is kind of the mid-range properties here. This we're going to be looking at because it's the most demanded ones and the one that had the highest increase over the past 2 years in terms of prices,
Hmm.
because it's the most demanded one, especially
Yeah.
by people who come in here where it is to stay here long term, or they're just coming here for 6 months to get away from everything and just relax and live here. So this is the kind of
Yeah.
things we're going to be looking at.
No, definitely. That actually really makes sense too, especially yeah for yeah people just looking for a kind of basic house, like just like a good old classic, what you need, and that kind of seems like what it would be. And I also agree with the Airbnb sentiment. I think for a while, for like a couple of years, like past in the past, it was really good. But I've seen a lot of stuff recently of like Airbnbs kind of getting worse and worse and worse over time, especially just because of the people listing it and like the owners and everything just getting really really bad over the years. So I think it probably is smart long term to go with something more conservative like a actual house or rental property instead of an Airbnb. So yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, and as I said, we might potentially get into it once we test the grounds out and see how it is. And
Yeah.
well, I guess we could go straight into our project and actual setup and how the mint's going to be allocated and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was interesting. I definitely think for short term it could be good to go with a BNB, but definitely long term more conservative play is smart. But yeah, absolutely. Let's jump into it. Go ahead.
Sure. So we're planning to raise $2 million from our mint, and that's obviously based off the 4,000 NFTs that we're going to be selling. This is calculated based off our whitelist price, but there's not as much people on the whitelist as we could have expected originally. And obviously, the market currently is not at its best stage. It's recovering, especially for NFTs. I've actually been reading an article today that NFTs are recovering in compared to what it used to be like a few months ago, because the crypto is kind of growing, but this whole kind of scary feeling about the whole crypto maybe crushing even lower is still there. So that is based on whitelist price, and basing it off the public mint price, it's going to be a bit higher. I think it's like 2 million 100,000, stuff like that. So it's not that important because all our allocations are based off percentages. So originally we're planning to put 1.4 million, that's if we get 2 mil, into properties. And the property plan, if you check out our white paper, you can see in more details the exact numbers on what properties, for how much, what the expected returns are from each. I'm just not going to go into that detail to not keep you guys bored, because it's a bit of a boring thing to be going through. So you can do that in your own time, do your own research. I of course advise you to visit our white paper and have a read through it. Stuff will be allocated for the property investments. Then there's going to be a budget for raffles. That's one of the things that we're doing. Uh, One is we're doing a grand raffle for our holders. Once we mint out, one property worth up to $100,000 here in North Cyprus will be given out to one of our holders, and he will be a lucky owner of a property here in North Cyprus. Our holders will help us pick that property, because we want to see what people want to get and what they want to see as a price. Plus, as time goes on, every month we're planning to have some sort of raffle, involving some money or another NFT, like blue chip NFT and stuff like that. It could be something like a game file. We could do something like a tournament among our holders in like even poker, or just some other
Yeah.
game fight project partner up with. We could have that prize for our holders. So this is kind of to entertain our holders. And the reason we need to entertain our holders is because there's going to be two stages to the project. One is going to be the payout phase, and another one is going to be the scaling phase. Firstly, we're going to be in the scaling phase, where 93% of all the profits is reinvested back into the property portfolio in order to grow that ROI that we're able to provide based on profits we get annually. Each year, we'll be telling our holders, look, guys, this is the profits we get, and this is the ROI you're able to get from us from current year's profits. You have an option of us moving into the payout stage, where 63% of all the profits will be spread equally among all the NFTs and the NFT holders, and then 35% will still be reinvested back into the property portfolio, but obviously that won't allow us to grow as exponentially as we're aiming to.
Hmm.
Our golden age is to be scaling for 7 years, which is a long time, we understand, but it is a conservative field that we're getting into. It's real estate. It might take less. As I said, we'll give you guys an option as our holders to vote whether you want us to move to the payout stage or stay to, in the scaling stage. Team takes 5% of annual profits in the scaling phase and the payout phase. That kind of encourages us to really be working hard, because for the first 2 years, I think when we calculated, it's not really that much. In the first year, me and my co-founder, we're only gonna make $5,000 in between two of us, which is not really enough to support yourself for a year. I hope you can agree
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
a
So
lot.
yeah. For that reason, we're taking 5% from the mint, that will be going towards the team, and that will be to support us throughout. We have our own investments and stuff as well on the side, which will be supporting us throughout this journey while we get to decent profits, because we do need to scale up in order to get there. And each year we'll be showing, the ROI as I mentioned. And the longer you guys wait, the bigger the ROI will be, because we'll be able to scale exponentially, because we're reinvesting 93% of all the profits into the property portfolio, and then we get profits that, based off that initial investment that we did with the last year's profits, and that just grows exponentially over years. And in 7 years, we're planning to reach 10, 11 million capital for our project. It might take less, it might take longer. It's just projections, guys. It is the market. We know what's happening with crypto. We know what's happening generally in the world. Nothing could be predicted. Those are projections, so we are, being transparent about it. It may take longer, but it may be quicker. You never know exactly, but we can promise that we'll be working hard and being as transparent as possible, as we are currently being. We're always showing our faces. We're dogs. We've been with Yabongs, whose AMA still haven't came out, but he is saying that it will be out soon. I think that's a problem for most projects currently. We
Yeah.
did an AMA with him. He was caught up in a few things, and now it's not out. But he did his due diligence on us as well. My picture and my co-founder's picture from our college graduation, where we were both our names and faces there. So the due diligence was done on us. If we were to disappear, you will know where to find us, basically. And
Yeah.
yeah, Bogs, I think he has my driving license photo as well. So you know who to hit up if something goes wrong. And yeah, really kind of the setup that we're going for. Then this is the property side of things. There's going to be a budget allocated to blockchain investments. We're planning to invest in other projects like Project 79, Hydro Whales. We're potentially actually looking on getting into the Alpha Shares, who's minting. They're doing this private mint.
Yeah.
Each NFT $1,000. Me and my co-founder actually got on the whitelist for it already, and they
Nice.
actually moved their mint to the 7th, and that kind of gives us an option. As soon as we mint on the 5th, we'll be able to get some of those NFTs for our treasury for our community treasury, to benefit our holders. And it's a very good thing that they moved it, because obviously, as I said, it's given us an opportunity to get into, in on it, because
Yeah.
otherwise we won't be able to. And then at later stages, your reward is much less than it would have been for technically the same amount of money as it was before in the pre-sale, because it's extra bonuses for the people who get in on this early sale. So this
Yeah.
is kind of an insight of what we're planning to do currently. And generally, it's going to be investments in Ethereum, Bitcoin, smaller coins like Matic, Polygon. Solana, we might allocate some funds to it, but as I mentioned, I'm not a fan of Solana, unfortunately. I know a lot of people are, but personally, not my to-go coin. But stuff like this, then obviously some smaller coins that are just kind of starting up and stuff like this. So it's going to be a diverse portfolio of investments for the community treasury as well. Apart from that, we're also building a net of partnerships. So what is a net of partnerships? I called it an ecosystem originally, but then I was told this is not the right term to use for it. Basically, what is net of partnerships is we partner up with projects and we ask them to provide some utility for our holders, or some utility to the token that we're planning to develop in about a year's time. We want to establish the utility for the token and then release the token. Unlike when many projects do, they release the token first, and then for the utility, they say coming soon. That's not the case for us. We're firstly building out that utility to then build, the token on top of it, and the token be supported by that utility. Our current partner, for example, is Neofilms. Amazing project, amazing guys. For each film they're producing, they'll be selling NFTs, and our holders will be able to purchase that NFTs using our token. That is the agreement for the partnerships, and we in return actually getting one of their founder pass NFTs. So we're getting rewards from those films as well. So it's a good partnership. This is the kind of partnership that's going to be established. We're currently working on some other partnerships and stuff like that with collective finance. We also want to find some common ground where we could benefit each other. We're not going to be getting into one-sided partnerships when only we or only somewhere else benefits. We want to be benefit to the other project and project being benefit to us. So it's a healthy relationship. For that reason, we are kind of building. We try to, for example, connect with Only Burns. Actually, shout out to Only Burns. I promised him to shout him out. This is a co-founder of Only Burns, Cyril. Amazing
Yeah.
guy. He's actually helping us with our contract audit right now and our DAP audit. We got our pre-launch audit. Then we're gonna
Nice.
launch it today, tomorrow, and get that full audit and release it to the public. And Cyril helped us with this whole thing, connecting us with the right people because he has his consultancy where they do this kind of stuff. So shout out to him. If you're a project owner or anything, hit him up. Cyril Carroll, you can find him in Only Burns Discord. Amazing guy, absolutely worth it. Really helped us out and still helping at the current moment. So shout out to him. And then getting back onto the partnership, for example, with Only Burns, we weren't able to do a partnership because there wasn't any way we could really partner and benefit each other out fairly. There was nothing we could have provided that would have, and they could have provided while keeping it fair for other projects and stuff like this. So that didn't work out, but we're still working on it. And basically, your utility for this NFT will be gained via those partnerships as time goes on. Then the token will be out, and the token will also be airdropped to all our holders. The token and the property investments are separate, so your payout from properties and your airdrop that you're gonna get and all that utility is completely another thing, and it's not it's kind of an added bonus, all of that things. So property is the payout and stuff like that, and then the partnerships and airdrop is a completely added bonus for you guys to utilize. And this is really like the overview of everything that we're currently doing. And yeah, there's no tokenomics on the token yet because some projects ask me for the tokenomics. We didn't get into it yet, really, because as I mentioned, we want to get the utility out first and
Hmm.
then build out the token. In my opinion, it's harder to get the utilities than getting the tokenomics sorted. For tokenomics, you just connect with the right people, the professionals. You talk to them, you work on it for a few months, and here you go.
Yeah.
Whereas with partnerships, that's hard. That's where you need to find very good projects. You need to find deals that will benefit both of you and that'll be good in the long run. So, firstly, we do the utility, then we do the token, and that is really it about everything we do. There's a bunch of other stuff that we're kind of having in the back of our minds, like going into construction ourselves and building like a Reno Tower. Reno Tower. Sorry for my pronunciation.
No, no, no.
Reno Tower here in North Cyprus, which could be quite exciting. Potentially
Yeah.
later down the years, once we get the stable cash flow established from our initial investments, and potentially acquiring some debt, but we don't really want to go into that. But then that will allow us to scale up much easier, and that is also to come in the following years. As of now, it's just going to be everything that I've just mentioned. So yeah,
Damn.
that is really it. Check out our white paper, our website, our roadmap. It's massive, it's big, it's exciting. Uh, Come to our Discord, chat to us, chat to me, chat to my team members. We're all open. I'll respond to you as soon as possible. And one of the way we try to be transparent, if you're going to South Cyprus or North Cyprus and you want to meet me for a coffee, for example, because you think I'm pretty funny or anything, open a ticket in our Discord, tag me in, tell me like, look, this is when I'm coming. I want to meet with you, and we can schedule a meeting. I will meet you in real life, take you around, some places, or just simply for a coffee. If you're coming in like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I might be busy. I'm very busy currently. I'm staying home, 24/7,
Yeah.
working before the launch takes place. But later on, if you hit me up, we can set up a time and you can meet me in real life if you want to. So this is one of the steps that we take to be as transparent as possible as we can physically do it.
That's awesome. No, that's super cool. I like the idea too. You guys get like the Reno office up there, and you can have like a nice little setup. That would be super cool. I also like that you brought up Cyril. I think he's a great guy. We've worked with him as well, and I've chatted with him quite a lot. And I definitely think he's a great guy to work with in the space and what he's doing to try and help other projects. And yeah, his consulting and everything like that. It's extremely helpful. So it's really cool to see that you're going that way and making sure that you're taking all the necessary steps to ensure that things go the right way and like go correctly. Because sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but having that extra help, especially from somebody like him, will definitely be something useful. And I think a lot of other projects can do that too. You know, you need an extra hand or you just like need help getting some connections, more partnerships, things like that. Yeah, it's always good to reach out and kind of just get that network going. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. I think it'll be very interesting to see. Um, I'm definitely going to be interested. I
Yeah,
want to come check out Cyprus at one at some point. Maybe come hang out. I think that would be really cool.
drop me a message. We'll set a meeting up. We can even do a video to show to our holders and your holders. Look, guys, like we're meeting in real life and stuff like that. Which could
Yeah,
be exciting for some people. Yeah, so
yeah,
definitely hit me up if you're coming this way. It'd be cool
yeah.
to
No,
meet up.
definitely, 100%. That'd be something super, super fun. I also like that you guys are taking the route of on-chain investments and things like that. I think it's very important for a lot of projects nowadays, especially building in a bear market, to start generating some income and some yield for themselves to make sure that you can, continue to operate. Because that's something that I learned pretty early on was that a lot of projects just didn't like a lot of them would be paying everything kind of out of pocket or something like that, or they be using other people's funds, things like that. So it's always good to just be generating your own revenue from outside sources and bringing it in so that you can help bolster everything and get everything up and going, because otherwise you will eventually just run dry. So definitely, definitely smart. I do agree. I think there could be a way that we can partner up together. We got some pretty cool NFTs. You guys got some pretty cool NFTs. So I think we can offer something up for our communities and stuff. But that's something we'll chat about in our DMs. I think that was awesome. I think great explanation of everything, and I'm super stoked to see how it all goes. Is there anything else you would like to add, or?
Well, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat while I'm here. I can answer them. If you're too shy to do it now, or for any reason, jump to our Discord, open the ticket, or just ask in general. Most of our community members are, knowledgeable in everything that we're doing, so they'll be able to explain it to you, or they will ping me and I will come along and explain it. Also, when the mint is going to be taking place on the 5th of March, we're going to be doing a live stream with Serenity, who's
Nice.
down there below me. So shout out to him, great guy. He's doing a video on us, and then we'll be doing a live stream with him as well. And there's going to be some giveaways taking place. I'm still to invite people over, and I will take this opportunity to actually invite you over, guys. Whenever you're
Awesome.
able to, you could just pop in for 5 minutes or 5 hours, up to you. For Nexus Wars, we've both been actually there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
Thank you.
quite fun. So pop in, for as much as you can. We're going to be starting at 11:30. So like 30 minutes before the Freemint stage starts, and carrying on until me or Serenity decides it's time to wrap it up. I guess that is really it. We don't have a but it will go on for a while. So pop in, if you're able to. I will also be reaching out to other projects to let them know that they are welcome. There's going to be giveaways. Some projects that are coming along might do some giveaways. You never know. Like on Nexus War Nexus War Live, Pelton came in and gave away, I think it was 100 worth or 150 worth of some dollars worth of something and stuff like that. So definitely exciting, guys. Pop in, even if you're not minting, just for the fun of it, and to have a laugh and potentially win a giveaway, which is always amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is really it from me. thank you for the opportunity to speak here today, guys, and definitely looking into working out some partnership with you. I might get into it a bit later once we get the mint out of the way, and then I will do a deeper dive into your kind of economics and everything, and then try
Mhm.
to figure out what could benefit both of us. Send you a proposal, and we can talk this out.
Awesome. No, I think that's fantastic. Big shout out to Serenity down there. He's a great, fantastic guy. That live stream we did the last week or whatever was super awesome. It was super long, and yeah, James did come in, and I think he did a $250 giveaway of USDT or something. So he came in hot right there. That was really cool of him. Definitely will be
Oh,
interested, and
I
I'll
think there is some questions in the AMA question that came from Serenity,
yeah
actually.
yeah. I was gonna
Just
jump into
opening.
those. Uh-huh, yeah, definitely. We can hop into those now actually. So if you wanna go through if you can read them, then yeah, go ahead, start answering them.
Yeah, sure. So after the scaling period ends, how will the rewards be paid? Once a year or quarterly or monthly? Originally, we wanted to be monthly. That's why when you go onto our Twitter and you see the promo videos that we made with the promo agency we used to work with, it says monthly. It's actually going to be annually, as mentioned in our white paper, and we kind of tried to get a clarity on that, but we couldn't collect the promo video. We spent $2,000 on it, and we didn't really want to be taking it down just because one bit is misinformation. Because later on, we do explain to people that it's annually, and that makes it easier for us to consolidate all the funds, include all the unexpected expenses we need to do, cover all the costs, and then do those payouts to our holders. So yeah, that will be taking place annually. Uh,
Cool.
dun, 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 dun. Sorry, Chrome, it's my first AMA. For the winner of the raffle, what type of process will they need to complete, such as pay property taxes upfront, or how does that work in North Cyprus? We will be covering those costs. Those costs are not high. They're actually the property tax. I think it's like 10 lira per meter squared, which is like 1 or 10 cents. I have this like written down in some places. Oh, thanks, man. My short. My mom bought it for me. I tell it to everyone. Thank you, mama. She's not watching it, but she will feel warmth in her heart when I'm remembering her. Yeah, my mama bought it for me, and shout out to my mama. And coming back on the Serenity's question, so yeah, the property tax here is very low. I'm not sure of the exact number. I don't want to make it up. But when we've been looking into this and calculating all of this stuff, it is very small. I think in Yabong's video we kind of get into it as well, so there'll be more info on it there. But if you Google it through, on like the tax on property here in North Cyprus, it's insignificant really in compared to the cash flow we're going to be getting and everything. So that is not to worry. We'll cover all of that, and then potentially there will be an option for the winner to gain a payout in crypto. For them not to be holding a asset here and then having to sell it or something. That we will work out with our holders what they kind of want, because this is the part where we're really gonna be wanting to see what they want. Actually, an important thing to mention as well, which I kind of didn't mention, we are listening to our holders, for example, in terms of when they want the payouts and if there are some changes or something they want in the project. But then, with us choosing the properties, the investments we make, and stuff like this, and this will be down to us. And this is
Mhm.
not because we don't trust our holders. One of the main reasons we don't want to put, I literally forgot the word you use for it. Responsibility, that's it. We don't want to put the responsibility on our holders for the decision making we do. All the responsibility is fully on us as project owners and operators, because with some projects you would see them invest into some shit basically, and
Yep.
then they tell, oh, okay guys, the holders decided to do it. It's not our problem, you guys decided it. For that, that's not the case. We take full responsibility of all the investments. You will be able to see those investments, and if something were to go wrong, this will be fully on us, and well, you will know who to blame. So for that reason, we're not putting that responsibility onto the holders. And obviously, it would be unfair to give them the decision, but they are not physically here. They don't know the market here, all the ins and
Hmm.
outs. So yeah, so this is the decision that we're going to be making ourselves with my co-founder and someone else that we have here locally helping us out.
Yeah, I think that's
How
really smart
difficult?
actually because you can't like for being a project founder and owner, it's definitely good to have some aspects of governance, and that's what we're doing here in Collective too. But it's hard to basically let the community run the project because let's be real here, a lot of people in DeFi have a huge degen mentality and they don't have like the experience. Like they're not you. They're not living in North Cyprus. They don't know the market out there, stuff like that. Same thing for us at Collective. It's like not everybody's going to know the gold market, like yada yada. So we can't just give full control to the voters, to governance and everything. You kind of have to make some executive level decisions, give options to people to vote on that you know are going to be good. So I definitely think that's good.
Exactly, exactly. Absolutely agree with you. And last question from Serenity. How difficult is it to drive from North Cyprus to Cyprus? Just a simple checkpoint or the special documents required? No special documents required. I'm a British citizen, and as a British citizen, I'm able to go into the south side. South side is a part of European Union. I've actually visited the south side not too long ago. I went to IKEA in the south side, and this amazing box-looking background that is going to be renovated, but just didn't get to it, is actually from the south side. So is this chair that I'm sitting on, is from the south side as well. And so as the cameras that I'm recording on now is from the south side as well. So it's rather simple. It's a simple checkpoint. They just check your documents and you're in. As a British citizen, I'm able to go there. I think all the US citizens will be able to do the same. With North Cyprus, obviously to get here, you're going to need a visa. It's different to different people from different countries. I think they're quite easy on it. Like it's quite simple to get a visa. For Russians, it's actually I think it's a 90-day period where you can travel to North Cyprus and be here for 90 days each year, absolutely without any need of visa or anything. So,
Hmm.
and I'm here currently on a resident permit because I'm renting long term, like my uh, future, how would you call them? Basically exactly what I'll be doing later on, renting properties out. I'm
Yeah.
currently renting myself, so I'm getting a full scope of feeling of how it's actually done, how it's done on the tenants side, and how it's going to be done on the landlord side. So all the inside outs and stuff here.
Nice. No,
And
that's
yeah,
that's really
live your
good.
short hour. Thank you very much again. Shout out to my mama once again. Thank you, man. I'll give her a call after this and make sure she knows that she made the right choice.
Yeah, dude, literally, you're gonna have to call and be like, "Man, I'm getting so many compliments on this shirt. That's a great pick you did. That's hilarious."
uh,
Awesome. Well, if there's no more questions, or if anybody wants to jump up here and just come chat, you can raise your hand if you want. But if not, we can probably start to close her out here. That was really good, very informative, and I appreciate you taking the time to come out here and come speak with us.
Thanks very much for the opportunity, and thanks to everyone here for listening to me today. Mint is soon, 5th of March. It's only 3 days left, so load up your wallets. Make sure you have enough for gas fees and buy into RENO NFTs, the kind of NFTs you will pass on to your kids because we're long term and we're here to stay. So, yeah, make sure you have enough ETH, guys, for the mint, and thanks for coming here again.
Awesome. That's fantastic. I'm just going to quickly grab a Discord invite link just in case, and I'll throw it in the AMA questions just in case anybody wants to join Reno and go check them out, hang them out. And so, yeah, I think we can probably close it out here. So thanks everybody for taking the time to come and spend and hang out with us. Definitely appreciate it. Looking forward to some future ones and excited to see how Reno does and how we can maybe potentially be working together in the future. Definitely excited. Yeah, I appreciate you all again, and hopefully we'll chat soon.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. See you later. See you in Discord. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And yeah, we'll talk soon on the partnership side of things and work something out, definitely.
Awesome. Thanks everybody. And as Artem said, have a great day. We'll all chat soon. See ya, everybody.